Presentations. We're going to receive a presentation from the 2015 San Bruno Sister City Student Exchange Delegation to Narita, Japan. So you're on. David?
Good evening, Mayor Ruane and members of the San Bruno City Council. My name is David Woltering. I'm San Bruno's Community Development Director. Earlier this summer, I had the pleasure and distinct honor to lead San Bruno's 2015 Sister City Delegation to Narita, Japan. Our delegation was made up of two teachers from Parkside Middle School, Jana Cabrera and Kristen Vogel, and Parkside's librarian, Judy Spooner, along with 10 of Parkside's recently graduated students. We were very fortunate to enjoy with our Japanese host the 25th anniversary celebration of this extremely successful cultural exchange program. The City of San Bruno, the San Bruno Unified School District, the City of Narita, the Narita International Friendship Society, our students' parents and families, the Narita host families, the many volunteers, the important supporters like former Parkside School Vice Principal Gordon Wee, all contributed to make our experience a tremendous success. It was an incredibly enriching week of exchange, friendship, and goodwill. We were able to tour Narita's city's facilities, meet with Narita Mayor Kuzunari Kosumi, and experience traditional prayer and tea ceremonies. It was an incredibly interesting experience. I took great pride in our students. They listened, they participated, they contributed greatly. They prepared speeches in Japanese, they delivered those speeches. They delivered those speeches to the Narita City Council. The Narita mayor, was extremely impressed with our students. Students also played instruments. They did a dance performance several times. They were really, truly outstanding. I was quite proud of our students. Tonight, our students are prepared to share their thanks with you, our city council members, and also share some of their experiences with all of you. And Mr. Mayor, from the Mayor of Narita, we have a gift for you at the dais. And I want to thank you again and all council members for a tremendous experience. We all enjoyed it. So students, if you could come forward, please, I would appreciate it. Yuma?
Good evening, City Council members. My name is Yuma Miyake, and obviously I'm one of the delegate members. And I'm sure you already heard all these thank you speeches already before, but please bear with us. It'll only take a couple of minutes. Anyways, the biggest feeling I probably felt over this trip was probably astonishment because of the dedication from the families from both here and Japan. And it was all their effort for feeding and entertaining us the whole time. It was just overwhelming. And I myself have actually went to Japan many times, but I think this was the first time to actually feel a considerate atmosphere for the first time. And I was also startled by the students there in Japan from their communication with us in both English and Japanese. And I was really surprised by their English, and they were also surprised with my Japanese, and they cut their homework and sleep time to enjoy every moment with us. So we all appreciate it. And I was able to feel all the significance of this program. And I want to thank you all for giving me a chance to be part of this eminent exchange program. Thank you.
Great.
This opportunity has affected me, Shriya Janthi, in so many ways. I cannot think of a specific favorite part because everything was fantastic. One thing I noticed was the kindness in all the people I met in Japan. It just seemed to radiate off of them. When I first got there, I barely felt away from home, and their hospitality and compassion definitely played a part in that. Kyota was one of the extremely generous people we spent time with on the trip. He decided to buy us all umbrellas with money straight out of his pocket if we didn't have one. Did I mention how often it rained when we were there? It was great. It was great. Seeing all the beautiful greenery on that first day I got there was definitely something I was not used to. They also made sure to keep us hydrated and full of amazing food, offering water to us every time the bus made a new stop. I had Japanese curry rice for the first time there, and it's now still at the top of my favorites list. Ibuki's mom made it for Shiloh and me on our last day there because I liked it so much. I sincerely thank the city of San Bruno for letting me have this unforgettable experience. Japan was amazing.
Hello, my name is Shiloh Drenning, and I had the honor of being one of the students that were a part of the Narita exchange program. This experience can only be described as breathtaking and eye-opening. Not only is Narita, Japan a beautiful city, but it is filled with such amazing and kind people that made the trip even better. While there, our everyday schedule kept us busy, going places and doing fun activities such as going to Tokyo and spending the night at a temple. Going to the temples and tea ceremony gave us the opportunity to learn firsthand about the Japanese culture and lifestyle. It was so nice for the families to let us stay in their homes, and we were able to bond strong friendships with all of them. They treated us like family, and I can't thank them enough for that. I can't wait to return someday, and I would like to thank City Council for putting so much effort, money, and resources into this. You made this trip possible, and none of us will ever forget it. And now I will speak on behalf of Kathy Lynn, who was not able to come today. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kathy Lynn, and I would like to thank you all who helped make this trip possible. The efforts you put in, your time, your patience, and allowing us to experience a different culture firsthand is truly appreciated. This experience has been unforgettable. One of the best moments throughout our trip was after we landed and grabbed our luggages. As we made our way over there, they were all waving, cheering, and waiting to welcome us. We exchanged hugs and greetings that felt long overdue. The families have been so generous and caring that they made us feel like part of their family. During our stay there, we attended a tea ceremony, rode on a river cruise, and blew our money on claw machines, visited a couple of beautiful temples, and even got the opportunity to sleep over at one. During the sleepover, we performed, played games, and got to know each other better. The last day of the trip was dreadful. As we said our goodbyes, knowing that it will most likely be the last time all of us were in the same room, was sad and filled with tears. Thankfully, there is social media where we still talk, update each other on what we're doing, and share all the memories we have made together. This program has inspired me that hopefully one day I can be a part of this program again and give back by helping other future outgoing students to make their own unforgettable experience while taking part of the wonderful Narita Exchange program.
Good evening. My name is Amber Larson, and I would just like to take a moment to tell you a couple highlights of my trip. First of all, staying with the host families was an amazing experience because I got to experience what it was like to live with a Japanese family. I found them to be hardworking, humble, and caring towards us. I enjoyed visiting the schools and participating with them in their classrooms, eating lunch with them, playing tennis, and listening to the students sing a beautiful song to us. I will never forget this trip or the people that I met in Japan. I am so grateful that the city of San Bruno participates in this program. Both my sister and I were lucky enough to go to Narita, and it was a memory that we will never forget. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Lucas Jensen, and I'd like to thank City Council for the truly unforgettable experience, and for helping all of us go to Narita, Japan. While I was there, I got to experience what it was really like to be a person who lives in Japan. I can, and probably will, visit Japan again sometime, but it won't be the same. I won't be living in a Japanese home with Japanese people who are showing me how they live everyday life, and I won't get the same unique experience. This is probably the high point of my life, and thank you.
My name is Elena Keys, and I was very fortunate enough to participate in the Narita Exchange Program. Thank you. Being part of the Narita Exchange Program has truly been an honor. It was definitely one of the highlights of my time at Parkside and probably one of the highlights of my life. The experiences we had in Japan were truly unforgettable, and I will value the knowledge I have gained and the friendships I have made for the rest of my life. I am so thankful for the opportunity and everyone that made it possible, including the City of Narita, the City of San Bruno, Parkside, and all the parents and teachers who supported us throughout our journey. I think I can speak for all of us when I say that when we were in Japan, we felt like we were at home. Our host families and all the Japanese delegates were so kind and welcoming. It was amazing. I've never felt, or I have, but it was great to feel that kindness. We got to visit temples, attend a traditional Japanese tea ceremony, visit the middle schools and elementary schools, and even go to karaoke with our hosts, which was really fun. And the food was amazing too. It was good. And I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to the City of San Bruno and Parkside, and yeah, thank you.
Hello, my name is Visa Rai. This summer I had the honor of representing our city, San Bruno, through the Sister City Exchange Student Program to Narita, Japan. It was an amazing experience being able to travel to a foreign country and to experience new culture while making friends along the way. Thanks to San Bruno and Narita. It was fun showing our Japanese counterparts around San Bruno and the Bay Area, which includes our school, one of YouTube's headquarters, the Academy of Sciences, and Great America. We did many wonderful activities while in Japan, from visiting Nats College and watching them build cars, to going to Sony's Explorer Museum and watching new technology. But none of this would have been possible without you guys, the San Bruno community, and the San Bruno community's help and organization in all of this. I'd like to say a special thank you to all the parents and teachers involved, and to Ms. Miyake for the time and dedication. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Andrew Monazon, and I was lucky enough to participate in the Narita Exchange Program along with 9 other students from my former 8th grade class this year. The journey I went on was astonishing. I don't think there's another word I could really explain it with. I met new people, tried new things, and made some lifelong friends along the way. I oftentimes find myself missing Narita and wishing I was still there. Although my time there was short-lived, I consider Narita my home away from home. And I'd have, if I share my favorite memory from the trip, was I actually got to play guitar for the students at one of the middle schools. And it was really interesting being able to share music that doesn't even translate, sorry. It just meant a lot to me. I would like to thank the City Council for their support, the chaperones, and last but not least, the Bob Marshall Scholarship Fund for sending me on my trip. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Jillian David. I first learned about the Narita program when my sister went 2 years ago. I had always wanted to travel the world, and this seemed like the perfect opportunity. When this time came in the 8th grade, I applied to be a part of the program, and to my luck, was accepted. Soon after, I made a number of new friends from both Parkside and Narita, and learned lots about a completely new culture. I'd like to thank the City of San Bruno and the City of Narita for such a wonderful experience, and I hope hope continues to come for years to come.
So, Mayor Rain and council members, that concludes our presentation. And as you heard from the students, we had an amazing time. It was incredibly enriching. The hosts were incredible in terms of how they shared, how compassionate and giving they were. They spent so much time in wanting us to understand their culture, their rituals, their traditions. We really, really appreciated the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, David and students. You know, this is a great program, and we really hope it continues more aggressively in the future. My son-in-law went a number of years ago, and he's in his early 30s and still stays in contact with the people he stayed with, and they exchange, and they've been back and forth. So it's something you're going to remember for the rest of your lives. But before I finish, I want to see what the mayor sent to me.
Crack that open. Here you go.
This is not a large bottle of Japanese aftershave. So I would ask the council to please help me make this a very short meeting. Thank you, Mayor Koizumi.
Mr. Mayor, if I could.
Ken?
I couldn't be prouder of each year. Thank you for being great representatives of our community in Japan. Each year we hear these same stories. And it's been about 15 years since I've been there. And I'm a world traveler. I've been all over the world. And I will never forget the 5 days I spent in Narita. And you are a test that they are the same giving, hospitable people that I experienced and continue to experience through the students at Parkside. I need to get back there, and because each year it's just so it's great hearing your stories, and congratulations on going, and thank you parents and Parkside School for sustaining this, because it's not us. I mean, Bob Marshall started it with a group, Harry Costa and the Rotary, and it's just been the kids. It's been the kids, the families, and the teachers that have maintained this. So proliferate through the rest of the school and get them all to get there in their 8th grade. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So we have a very exciting meeting, but if you would like to excuse yourselves and work on your homework, please go ahead and do it now.